That's what you could expect at a noodle set too. It's like I just like play whatever I feel like.
Okay, so I know you started DJing at 15. Did you start off like on turntables? How did that come about?
So my dad actually taught me how to DJ. When I was super young, I got exposed into the nightlife, so I was like sneaking into clubs. And I was just always fascinated with DJs because I'm like, wow, this one person's controlling the whole vibe of the whole room, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, my dad had a pair of 1200s. And
wait, so your dad was a DJ?
Yeah, my dad was a DJ.
Okay.
He used to DJ in Alameda a lot. Yeah, he taught me on vinyl first. I learned on like some Tina Turner records and some Earth, Wind & Fire records. Yeah, it was really cool. And then, he just taught me the basics of like beat counting.
So you were putting out mixes on Tumblr, or was it SoundCloud?
SoundCloud.
Okay.
But I would drop them on my Tumblr because I had all like the clout, I guess, on that. Because I started off like as a Tumblr girl. I was like doing a lot of fashion outfits, and they would get like reblogged in hella notes. And so when I started putting out mixes, I didn't think they were gonna pop off, but like they did.
So how'd that come about? So you put out mixes, and then Kehlani was looking for a DJ.
Well, Kay kind of like tapped in later. So I obviously was starting when I was 15, but like no one was booking me till I was like 19.
Right.
And David, my manager, was throwing these parties in San Francisco, and he was the only one who would book me. So I was already DJing in the nightlife. And then after that, I had moved to Boston for that job for Karmaloop, and then I broke into that scene in Boston. Like throughout all of this, I was gradually putting out mixes. So like that's how pretty much like Kay discovered me. She tweeted one day and was like, I want a female DJ. Yeah. And a lot of people tagged me, and I was just like, who is this? Like, I don't even know who this is.
Because at the time, I think you had more followers than that.
I was like so interesting. She had like 300 followers. I had like 10,000 followers. So I was like, I don't even know who this girl is. And then David was the connect for us. So she had already been like working with David through HBK Gang. It's like a Bay Area group. And David is like, oh, you want this girl to DJ for you? Like, I'll put you guys on a call, you know? So he put us on a 3-way call. And then she was like, I know, like, this sounds crazy. Yeah. Like, the one thing that stuck by me was, like, her story. And then she was just like, give me 1 year, like, everything's going to change. And, like, literally, she said that and everything changed. Like, it was crazy. So yeah.
What's your favorite thing about working with her?
We're just very open with each other. With Kay, she's kind of like, we communicate in a very interesting level. I tell her straight up if she's being, like, not real with herself, or she tells me vice versa. And I think that's, like, what's really special about us is, like, there's no front. Like, we're really about it.
But you were doing, like, a 9 to 5 before at Karmaloop while DJing on the side, too.
Yeah.
How was that transition?
I don't know how I was able to do it, but, like, I was going into work, like, hungover as shit the next day. But, like, not even just that, like, besides Karmaloop, like, when I moved to LA, because, like, that's when I was really trying to push the DJ thing, I, like, started working for a PR agency, so, like, that was, like, an interesting realm to, like, balance, because I was, like, trying to, like, break into the LA scene, but it was so hard, like, no one really knew who I was, and so Kay got offered to go on tour with G-Eazy, so I had to choose, because it was, like, a 36-show tour run, and I was, like, I can't miss work for that long. And that's when I was like, all right.
You just gotta do it.
I just gotta do it and figure it out.
So I'm sure you had like certain expectations before you went on tour. What's the reality of it, and what's the difference between like how you thought it was gonna be?
Oh my god, this is such a good question.
Okay, good.
You know, honestly, like it's a struggle in the beginning. I come from a very traditional family where my mom's like, you need like your 401k set up, you need your health insurance, and like I'm not thinking about that. I'm just like, yeah, rock star life, like so like the reality of it is a rock star life if you decide it to be, but like also the money outcome is not as big as like you expect it to be in the beginning. You know, you kind of have to like build for it and work for it. Like I remember I was like getting paid not that much per show, and I was baffled because I was like,
you're like, what?
Like I gave up this full-time job. And then I just remember the one thing that my manager said was, he was just like, you know, you just gotta work for it. And he just kept saying like, wait for it, like it's gonna happen, you need to put in the work, keep dropping content, like mixes. And then lo and behold, I'm like making the most money I've ever made in my life.
So you did a really dope mix for DJcity a few months ago. It's a lot of Bay Area joints. What's a noodle set like? Is that like a lot of Bay Area stuff, or do you just play what you feel like?
You know, I try not to make it too as Bay Area these days, just because I'm getting, like, I play more out-of-state stuff now and, like, out-of-country stuff. So I intertwine it now with, like, electronic songs, like, upbeat. I'll mix it up a lot from, like, the trap tempos. But it's mostly, like, rap for the majority of it.
I saw you play like Panic at the Disco.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty dope. That's
what you could expect at a Noodles set too. It's like I just like play whatever the I feel like.
So what's your advice for women who are looking into making DJing their full-time career?
To be real with yourself. Like, are you really in it because you want to do it, or are you just in it because it's like the trend these days?
Right.
You know, these days I see these influencer verified accounts who are just going into DJing because they have the alleyway to do it. I just think it's very important to be yourself if you're gonna do it.